Hello, hello. Welcome, everyone,
Hi.
to Empathy Workouts Mother's Day. I hope you are doing so well. We are so excited to have you. And we are so excited to have Sid and her mother. My mom's here. Rebecca's mom is here sitting next to her. We're just throwing out that female energy today and so stoked for it. So I'm going to throw it to our beautiful host, Sid, so we can jump into our icebreaker question. What did 12-year-old you want to be when you grew up?
Hey, oh my gosh, just want to say, Rebecca, I thought that was your sister. Hot, love it. Hi, mom. Hi, mothers. Hi, moms. Hi, folks. Happy Sunday. Icebreaker question. What did you want to be when you were 12 years old? Who wants to go first? Because I will start picking people. Who's gonna go? Who's gonna go?
I go.
Yes, mom. Shout out to.
I wanted to be a gynecologist
Why?
because I loved the human body. I was just always curious about the human body. I was fascinated by all it did and didn't do.
We
And
love
yeah,
that. We love that. Gynecology. Okay, who's next? Who's next?
My
Yes.
mom has an answer.
I have an answer.
Go for it, mom.
I wanted to be a marine biologist.
Oh,
Still love to do it.
yeah. Why did you want to be a marine biologist?
Oh my gosh, I just have always loved the water and the ocean and the beach. And when we were little, we'd go with my mom and go to the beach and find all the little critters crawling around by the rocks, by the whatever you call it, the cliffs. So ever since then, it's like, that's what I want to do.
Love that. I love that. Let's get one more before we segue our way. Yep. All right, mom. Mama Joy, your turn.
I wanted to be a famous singer. Couldn't carry a tune, but I wanted to be a famous singer.
What would have been your lane or music lane of choice if you could have been a singer?
I don't think I got that far with it.
That is a-okay. We have rooms for dreams. Dreams can still be lived, okay? You just gotta find out where you can fit it in. Thank you, Mama Joy. Thank you, Mama Ustro. Thank you, Mama Nichols. You guys are amazing. Everyone's here because, as every Sunday, we like to work out our empathy bones, get a little empathy stretch. And today, we're bringing our inner child to the empathy workout. Today is an opportunity to focus on getting back to the source of who we are, and which is why our moms are here, okay? Big time source, okay? So I brought my mom because we want to get to the source of my inner child and her inner child, and we can all talk about our inner children. So where's my mommy? Mommy.
hello.
Hey, hi, mom. How are you?
Hey, Sid. I'm great. How are you? Happy Mother's Day to everyone.
I was going to say happy Mother's Day to you. Thank you for joining us this weekend. We're so excited to have you.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
What I wanted to just, before we even get started, can you just give our empathy community an insight to who you are, where you're from, and what you do?
Absolutely. So my name's Dixie, and I was born and raised on the island of Trinidad and Tobago. It's the most southerly island on the archipelago. We're very close to Venezuela. I grew up in a village that had less than 300 people. So I'm a bit of an introvert, and migrated to the US when I was 16 years old. I am a biological science educator, an entrepreneur. I love the body. Absolutely. I'm intrigued by the body, how it works, how it doesn't work, as I said earlier, and health and wellness. And I am also a Qigong instructor. So at the age of about 7 or 8, my dad introduced us to Kung Fu movies. And I think we saw all of the Kung Fu movies by the time I was like 10. And I never forgot the first Tai Chi scene I saw just captivated me. There was this calm that the movements and the flows brought to me. I didn't quite understand what it was at the time, but as I got older, I kept coming back to that tranquility that it offered, and decided after I took my self-care sabbatical that I was going to become a Qigong instructor. And so I did. And I am also a Qigong instructor. More or less, I spend my time working in and with my business Inside Out of Beauty Market, where we curate toxic and free beauty and wellness products to support the body inside and out. Yeah, so that's my life in a nutshell right now.
Yes, thank you. All right, your life in a nutshell. Now that you are involved in health, wellness, and I mean, you've always been involved in that. I'm looking for my questions up here. I can't seem to find them. Here we go. My Google Drive. Oh, it's freaking out for a second.
Get it.
Okay, here we go. Loading up. Ooh, I think someone's gonna pass by me. We're on set of something right now, so working through.
I know, I just had to quiet the rest of the family because they were all here, and I was like,
I'm like, what's going on? Okay, my questions have literally just disappeared. Well, anyways, we're gonna keep moving on. Now that you're here, Mom, and that you're involved in health and wellness and just kind of self-care, like advocacy, what was the thing that led you into doing that, essentially really starting to care for yourself? What was the impetus?
Good question. I love that question. See, this goes back to when you were a baby. I had Synead at 19 years old, and I'll never forget, I was sitting on the couch looking at Oprah, and she was interviewing Cheryl Richardson. And she asked the question, she asked Cheryl whether she would take care of herself first. I can't remember exactly how it went, but she asked her if she would take care of herself first or her children, who she would put first. And Cheryl Richardson said, I'll put myself first. And I remember the audience going, ooh, and gasping. It was, they couldn't believe it. And even I sitting on the chair, and you were a baby, probably 6 months at the time, I thought, well, that's kind of reckless. You're supposed to put your children first. However, it stayed with me. And as I got older and the yearning for self-care began, I kept going back to that. And I began to understand what it meant to take care of self. And so I started putting myself first, taking care of my needs. A bit of resentment was popping up at the time because everybody else was kind of getting to do what they wanted to do. And I was pouring into everybody else and not into myself. And I had all these things that I wanted to do. So at around 40 years old, I left my job, took a self-care sabbatical. And like I said early on the live, I wasn't paid for it, but the benefit came from the growth and development and a lot of the healing that occurred in my life and still is, of course, through the transformation. And I made a vow to myself that I will always put myself first, of course, because I have to do that in order to take care of others as fully as I'm capable of. Yeah, so that's really what led me to this point, knowing that self-care is not selfish and we have to fill our cup up and serve from the overflow. Yeah.
I think it's so important to be able to establish what it means to fill your cup up. I know we're always pouring out into others, and from experience, you've always given of yourself so tremendously and so greatly and deeply. So I commend you for knowing that it was time to take care of yourself. That's not easy to do,
Yeah, it was hard. There's a lot of guilt as well.
Mm-hmm.
Am I doing the right thing? Am I taking away from Zoe? Should I be, doing more? But you know what? You can do it. You can take care of yourself and take care of others simultaneously. Yeah, it doesn't have to be one or the other.
Right. Okay. What was it like? You started transitioning into your business now that you're taking care of yourself, and you transitioned from being an educator, a science educator, to being a self-advocate educator, self-educator essentially, if that makes sense. How did you use that sort of mentality to step into your business and create your own business? And what is that like now?
I think it was having a career that was not quite fulfilling, really is what drove me to do what I wanted to do and what I love to do. I loved the body. I keep saying that it's going to be like a broken record, because I always say that. I have to say that all the time, because it's just really what drives me when it comes to wellness and health. And I loved teaching it, but I didn't like the capacity in which I was doing it in the classroom. It just wasn't where I was meant to be. And like I said earlier, I really fell into teaching because it was a stable job, it was safe, it enabled me the means to take care of youth, Sid and Zoe later on, and help out with our family. But it really wasn't what I wanted to do. And as I started to administer self-care, I began to understand that I couldn't continue to do something that I wasn't entirely passionate about. And I found that I needed to kind of just allow flow with what I was feeling. And so I felt that I needed to, again, pour into myself and have others pour into me. And so I left my job, went out on this self-care sabbatical, and in the process, left the country for a while, and did a lot more studying and learning and healing. And in that process, Inside Out of Beauty Market materialized, because there were some things that needed to be addressed within the Black community in terms of their health and wellness. One of the studies I did showed that Black women spend almost $7 billion annually on beauty and wellness products, but are being marketed the most toxic products. And there is very little regulation in the United States around ingredients that can be harmful to the body. And, it's just a free for all. And I wanted to create a space as a Black woman to address those issues, to address things like sustainability as well, and initiate those conversations within our community. And Inside Out of Beauty Market was also about moving the needle and shifting what people traditionally thought of as beauty, right? Beauty is not aesthetics for us. It's about an essence. It's about that inner feeling. It's about feeling well. I mean, it's so many different things, all of which, again, I think is valid. And we wanted to also share that beauty is inside and it's outside. It's simultaneously. It's not one or the other. It's both, and they go hand in hand. And that's kind of what we do at Inside Out of Beauty Market. Really share what we believe to be beautiful, and that includes health and wellness, self-care all mixed up in there. Yeah.
Love that. It's beautiful. And I think I'm so happy that you're, able to offer this to not just yourself, but to people outside of you. I think we need more investment in that. Something I know you talk about a lot is your gut. You're talking about you got to trust your gut. You got to clear your gut so you can trust your gut. So that leads me to ask you, do you think that your gut is really the impetus for like your intuition? And if so, do you think your mother's intuition is like for real?
Oh, it is for real, for real. It is for real. Like, trust your gut. It's your second brain. It's that invisible feeling, that invisible knowing that we have. It's not tangible. You can't touch it and feel it, but when something's right or wrong. You have that feeling. I think a lot of us just are afraid to tune into that feeling. It's sort of metaphysical for some people, and if they can't see it, they don't want to believe it. But then they'll turn around and do something that the gut told them not to do, and they're like, see, shoot, I know I shouldn't have done it. right? So in that sense also, because our gut is like our second brain, it is our intuition, it helps to guide us. It's also imperative to take care of it, to nurture it, because the gut also, an unhealthy gut can also create a lot of illnesses, both inside and outside of the body. And so nurturing our bodies with foods that are nourishing and healthy and high vibrational is absolutely important for us to be in tune with our gut and for us to be able to have it guide us. Yeah.
All right, y'all heard it here first. Mama's intuition is real, okay? What's your biggest or your most, what accomplishment are you most proud of? There it is.
I think being a mother, I know it sounds cliche, it's Mother's Day, but really it is, because I was a mother at such a young age. And I didn't mother perfectly. I mothered the best way that I knew how, but I'm proud because as an adult, even now, I'm able to reflect and I'm able to course correct when it comes to mothering. And I think, you're always a mother and it's something that you are every single day. And so you're constantly making decisions as to when you should step back and when you should step in, when you should look on and when you should encourage. And I think I'm most proud that I'm able to do that and continually learn how to do that. Yeah. Because then I see, my children's well-being is of the utmost important to me, along with mine, of course.
We love to hear these things. We love to hear this. Let me ask you another question, because we're going to start wrapping up so we can get into the Qigong, into the movement. What is something I don't know about you?
What is something you don't know about me?
Spill the beans.
Oh, goodness.
Thank you, Making Lee Joy, for the question. We are really anticipating this answer.
I had my first kiss at 13.
Oh, she's nasty. Okay. Like mother, like daughter. Okay, next.
I didn't tell her because I didn't want her kissing at 13.
Like mother, like daughter, next.
Now you
Anyways.
know. Something you don't know about me. There you go.
That's good. I like that answer. I like that answer. Michael has just asked, what's your most memorable mother-daughter moment? Okay, Rebecca.
Most memorable mother-daughter moment. It was spending time in Zimbabwe with you when we stayed in that little hut and we had to go exchange money. And I think the exchange rate was so ridiculous. And we had money stashed in all different parts of our clothing. And she came in the house on the bed and she took out all the money and she threw it up and she's like, Mom, we're rich.
I vividly remember this day. I was so amped because we were doing something we were not supposed to be doing.
Yep.
My uncle took us into like the depths of Zimbabwe and we you're supposed to exchange your money or your currency at a bank, or we did it in the street. And we
could have gotten arrested for.
Right. And I was 10. So I was like, oh, this is hot. And we exchanged that money in the street and they gave us so much cash. I mean, it was like duffel bags. Like, it was a lot of money. And I will never forget that moment because I threw that money on the bed and went swimming. It was great. That's probably one of my favorite trips. I talk about that trip all the time.
Yeah, one of my best memories with you for sure, yeah.
Yes. All right, let me ask you one more thing and then we're hopping into this.
Okay.
Like, what do I really want to ask you? All right. What's the most rewarding thing about not only being a mother, but also raising a child?
I think the love and the recreation. I have had so much fun with you guys. Like my kids have been my ride or dies. I don't know if I said that right. They've been, they just go with me. I took them with me everywhere that I was going. They were like my better halves. And I love recreation is so important as a part of self-care, having fun, making time for joy. And I think that is the most rewarding part of being a mother, the joy and the memories that I have created with you and Sid over the years. I mean, you're older, you and Zoe, see, this is what happens. You and Sid, that means you and you.
Right.
Yeah, the memories that we've created over the years, of course, are irreplaceable, and I
Mhm.
cherish those, especially as you no longer live with me and you're on your own, you're not here anymore. Nothing can replace that. So I think for me, that's the most rewarding part of being a mother, the love
Okay,
and joy.
very, very last question. How would you use this to push more empathy out into society? How would
Use
you use
what
everything
my
you've learned over the last, use your motherhood, your humanhood, and your self, your identity, everything. How would you use all this, culminate it into something and incite more empathy out of the community?
I think I'm doing that in the community that I am creating, that I have right now, by
Mhm.
sharing my Qigong practice with them, by sharing uh, how transformative even the idea of self care can be in one's life, no matter where you are, what stage in life you are, how old you are. Um, Nurturing ourselves, and of course, that inner child is important. I think being able to have a platform like Inside Out a Beauty Market and share is also a way to amplify uh, wellness and looking within ourselves, looking outside of ourselves so that we
Mhm.
can be who we want to be and be our best. Qigong is a great practice for that, and I love
Mhm.
incorporating it into everything I do because it really is all about the inner essence of who we are and the
Yeah.
chi that runs through our bodies. Yeah, so I, continue to use my voice and my business platform and even my personal platform to share those messages to the
Beautiful.
world is important because it's just a little bit um, added to the whole big universe. But
Mhm.
so many people are out there helping and amplifying messages of health and healing and hope. And any little you do matters.
Thank you, Mom,
You're
for
welcome, sis.
your support and your time and your nourishment over the last 30 years. It has been so fundamental to my existence, and we thank you for joining us. Right before we move into the Qigong, I just wanted to say that we actually Curious is actually partnered with Selfish Box for Mother's Day, and they've donated actually Curious decks to all of the mothers and Mother's Day self-care.
All right, well, I can jump in with that until Sid comes back
Okay.
to us. They donated, and Carolyn, anyone can correct me if I'm mistaken. They donated actually curious decks to their Mother's Day self care with Aviva, which is a nonprofit organization that focuses on crisis intervention, mental health services, and foster and adoption and supportive housing for women and children. So it's just like an awesome an awesome organization. And so we donated decks to the young unhoused mothers for their self-care Mother's Day event that they were having today, I think. And I believe Sid is jumping back in, but you got a box, right?
I did. It's beautiful. I actually did a recording so that I can share it
Oh my
on
gosh.
Instagram. Yeah, which I'll do tomorrow. It's beautiful. It's such a beautiful box. All of the items in the box definitely I will be using for self-care because they're all self-caring items. Yeah. Thank you so much.
So cool. Awesome. Oh, well, are you leading our Qigong exercise?
Yes, I will be leading the Qigong exercise. And
Let's
so I
jump
have it
into
down to
it.
10 minutes. And
Yes.
I will need everyone to stand, please, for this. Okay. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, I was going to do music, but I think, yeah. So basically, what prevents us from fully experiencing love is negative thoughts and beliefs from past experiences. So this method I'm going to do is designed to purge old energy, purge old beliefs, and then activate our heart center, which is our middle dantian, and then raise our love frequency. So our vibration is stored at our heart center. So I would love if everyone can begin by standing with their feet apart, shoulder width apart, and your palms together at the center of your chest. Press the knuckles of your thumb at your sternum so it touches the CV17 point. Now close your eyes and bring a smile to your face. And if you like, you can think about something that makes you smile. It can be a kitten or a joke that makes you laugh. My nephew's making me laugh. Now call to mind whatever activates the smiling energy inside of you. And when you feel this arousal of this inner smile, feel this energy spread through your eyes. Smile with your eyes and allow this smiling energy to shine through your heart. Smile with your heart. And now relax your hands down to your sides. What usually blocks the love vibration is negative beliefs based on past experiences. And these beliefs are stored in the body as a frequency. So the first thing we're going to do is purge old energy and create space for love. So raise your hands in the air and make a fist. And as you reach up, inhale, then bend the knees and blow it out. Inhale through the nose and blow out through the mouth. With every exhale, imagine old energy leaving the body. Exhale impatience, disappointment, rejection. Come on, yes. Release it. Exhale old hurts. Let it all go. Let down. Let go of anger. Let go of hatred. Just blow it out until you feel cleared. Now bring your hands back to your side and feel your body for a moment. Relax your neck and shoulders. Relax your hips, your knees, and feel the contact of your feet on the ground. Now we're ready to become the love vibration, and we'll start by loving our internal organs through self-massage. Let's begin at the breast. So massage your breast in an inward motion. This is for both men and women. Don't be shy. Give your breast some love and attention. Now, massage right over your heart organ. Just spiral your hands up and around to the left, around the heart. Say, hello, heart. I love you. Thank you for all the work you do for me. Now move down to the left side to your rib cage over the spleen and say, hello, spleen. I trust you. Massage your stomach. Say thank you, stomach, for your nourishment. I love you. Massage the large intestines and small intestines. Say thank you for digestion. I love you. Move up to your lungs. Say hello, lungs. Thank you for the air, giving me life and protecting my energy. I love you. Go down to your liver. Hello, liver. I love you. Thank you for all the detoxification that you do. Now, all the way back to the kidneys in a circular motion. Hello, kidneys. I love and appreciate you. Massage the bladder and sexual organs. Say thank you for your support. Now back to the abdomen in a circle, up the right, down to the left. Massage it like you love it. Feel all your organs smiling back at you like one big happy family. Now make the circle smaller and smaller and smaller until you're spiraling right over your navel. And pause here for a second and take a breath. Now bring your hands to the side and we'll begin to raise our love vibration. So on an inhale, raise your hands up over your head, gather heavenly chi, and exhale, wash the hands over the face, sweep down the belly, down the inside of your legs, around the feet, up the backs of the legs, over the buttocks, the shoulder blades, and return to prayer position. Smile and say the affirmation, I am blessed. Let's do it again. Inhale, gather earth chi. Exhale, wash over your face, down the front of the body, down the inside of the legs, around the feet, up the back of the legs, over the buttocks, kidneys, shoulder blades, and return to prayer position. Smile from your heart and say the affirmation, I am a good person and I deserve love. Final time, drop your hands, inhale, gather heavenly chi, and exhale, smooth the chi down the front of the body, flushing the yin channels in the front and the yang channels in the back, up over the buttocks, over the shoulder blades, and return to prayer position. Now pause and smile deep into your heart. Take this moment to send smiling energy and compassion to those you love dearly. Now step your feet together, relax your knees, and ground down. Let go. Surrender. Move your hands down to your lower dantian. It's right below your belly button. Let your body rock and sway, rock and sway. And allow this chi to go where it needs to go. Love is the frequency of joy, care, and connection. It's a gift that exists in every single one of us. Smile at your heart, smile at nature all around you, and take this vibration of radiance and joy and compassion into the rest of your day. May you be blessed and filled with chi.
Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you all.
Ooh, that felt so juicy and so yummy.
Good.
And I am smiling,
How
smiling. I want to get into
y'all
some.
feeling?
Feeling good.
Good, good.
How's everyone feeling? Ready for some gameplay action? I am ready. It's time to get into it. Mom, are you ready?
I am ready.
All right.
Let's do it.
Empathy workout. So you think you can smile. You guys just had a taste of the smiling action and the smiling initiative my mom just gave. We're going to bring that right into the gameplay. We're going to bring that right in. Here are the rules. I'm going to ask you a question, and kind of similar to Megan Lee Joy's last week, instead of responding with your body, just notice where that feeling is. If you want to verbalize where that feeling is, you can say where it is and then take a moment and smile. Just smile to that place in your body. Sounds good, everybody? Yes. All right, here we go. Let's get a question. All right, Mom. All right, all right. Everyone ready? I'm so nervous. All right, question number 1. Can we get some volunteers? I want to get some volunteers first before I ask. Who wants to go first? You know what? I'm going to pick Michael as number 1. Let's see. I'm going to get 2 more. 2 more folks. Ooh, Ada. Yes, wonderful. Let's get 1 more. Let me get 1 more before I pick somebody out of thin air. All right, Megan Lee Joy. All right, here we go. Here we go. Where and when do you feel the most secure? Where and when do you feel most secure? I added where because I wanted to know. But when do you feel most secure? Let's go with Michael, then Ada, then my mom.
Will you tell me how to do it one more time?
Yeah, so you're going to check in with where you feel it, state where you feel it, so my mom can tell you where the placement, where that is in your body. And then you're going to smile at that place, just to give it some joy and some light. And then tell us where you feel secure.
Well, I feel warmth radiating around my neck and my head, and like the outer of my shoulders, almost outside of my body. My heart rate feels normal.
Where do you feel secure?
I feel most secure in a private solitary space in my home. Ever since I was a kid, I would always have a spot I could return to that gives me a sense of security.
It's so funny you said that you feel warm, and that's like something I always see you in are sweaters. So I'm like, you're literally always toasty. That's funny. Love, love,
I love
love.
this. It's actually a point of difference between me and my partner. We like different temperatures in the house.
There you go. Yeah, that's funny. My mom and I are similar like that. We like warm spaces. Hey, Daryl, how about you?
So I guess I misunderstood the instructions in the beginning. So I just immediately felt, interpreted the question to be, where do I feel in my body? Where do I feel most secure? And it was my heart. And so I'll honor that and say that, go further and say that outside of my heart, where I feel most secure is when I'm alone with God, like driving down an open road, and it's just me and all the things He's created for me to be me and to travel, or just to be. And so that's where I feel most.
I love that. Mom, how about you?
It definitely resonated in my heart. I felt it there. And I feel most secure in my bed under the covers. Yeah. And like, it's one of my favorite places. Yeah.
She's under the sheets all the time, okay? Let me tell you.
A
Actually,
lot
I
happens.
loved how you processed that, Daryl. So I think we're gonna continue on with that. Where does everyone feel it in their body? Okay. That's how we're moving. That's how we're moving with it. I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. We're gonna move on to the next question.
Thank you.
Thank you. Who wants to volunteer as tribute?
I'll go.
Oh, do we have Caroline and Megan Lee Joy? Okay, I was just asking.
I don't know. Do we, Caroline?
Do we, Caroline?
I don't think so, but maybe we'll have to.
Okay, I like this. All right, cool. Next question. What is one social cause you're passionate about? Let's start with my mom.
Saving the trees.
Saving,
I'm extremely passionate about that because growing up in the Caribbean, we grew up around trees and plants and, tons of nature. And a lot of what we use for our bodies, for recreation comes from trees. And yes, I'm very passionate about that cause. And what was the other part? What else do I have to do? I forgot already.
Just tell us where you feel it in your body.
Okay. I also feel that in my heart. Yeah.
Megan Lee Joy and or Caroline, you can go first. Let us know where you feel it in your body and then proceed to tell us what you're passionate about. Cause, social cause.
I can go. I immediately felt it like in my upper chest, but I think as you said heart, I also felt it in my heart, but also just like generally, like across my chest. There are a lot of social causes that I'm passionate about, but I think like refugee crisis. I'm from Europe and just had a lot of issues over the past, many years with the whole refugee crisis, and Denmark is just like known for having really poor housing, and it's something I've been volunteering for a few years. So that's something I'm passionate about.
Thank you. Did you say where you felt it in your body?
I did. I felt it here.
Oh, you felt it in your chest. Okay, I thought you.
You
Okay,
did.
I thought
You
you
did.
did.
Did you smile at it? Look at that
Yeah, I did.
smile. Carolyn
Oh,
has
look
one of
at
my favorite
that.
smiles.
I love you guys. You're amazing. Thank you. I want to get three new folks.
Yo, Sid, I'm gonna go.
Wait.
Girl, what? I thought you went. I'm
I did
literally
not.
I'm all over the place. I have screens open and trying to manage. Okay, go, Megan Lee Joy. I want you to tell us where in your body you feel it, smile at it, and then tell us what you're passionate about.
I feel it in my gut. So it's like this fire in my willpower space. In my sense of self, I suppose. So that intuition that I get to trust and smile at, even though with this question it's a little fiery, but I think it's good to perspective switch that around and make it like more passiony with the smile. And man, I always say social justice because it's showed up for so many, like since I was a kid, in just so many different ways, from children with special needs all the way to what we're facing today in literally every moment. So it's just across the board of like deeply wanting humans to feel accepted and like they belong, and creating spaces for that healing to create that. And I'm complete.
I love that. I love that you feel it like a fire in your gut. That's really, it makes me feel motivated, truly. I love that feeling. Thank you, Caroline. Thank you, Megan Lee Joy. My queens of queens. Thank you, Mom. We're gonna do one more round. We're gonna do one more round. Let me get some new folks. Who's gonna go? Who's gonna do it? Who's ready? You know, I'm gonna pick the Oostrels. That's a 2-for-1. And I haven't heard from, I want to pick Seren. And I think she knew I was coming. She knew I was coming. Okay, good. We've got everyone in the groups. Here we are. All right, cool. I want to ask you, before I ask you, you're going to check in with your body. Tell me where you feel it in your body. Smile at that place to give it some love. And then you're going to answer. Think of the 3 people you spend the most time with and what do they all have in common. We're going to go with the Oostrels first, then Seren.
I think my mom's ready.
Okay, so I feel it in my body, I guess on my shoulders, sort of, and then going toward my heart. So my husband, with my husband, and I spend a lot of time at work, so with my coworkers, and yeah, so it feels just really comforting, I guess I could say, comforting, secure, makes me smile.
Love that. Okay, me next. Okay, I spend a ton of time with my partner Sam and a ton of time with my 2 collaborators at the magazine, at Curious Magazine. And I felt it like right in my stomach, just like a warm radiating. And I think that has to do with like, well, it's really grounding, but also we spend a lot of time discovering food together. It's like, well, everything's surrounded around like, where are we gonna go eat? and then we meet after that.
I like that friendship. That sounds good. I love that. Thank you. Saran.
Hello.
Yeah, up next, girl. Talk to me about it.
Okay, so I I feel it in my feet and my hands. Because so the people that at the moment I mostly spend time with is my mom, my sister, and um not too often, but but they're coming, them, I'm thinking of them in this thing. So and a friend of mine who lives in my town, um and they always, the thing that they have in common is that they always, even if something is like really really bad, they they just they just make me laugh. They just are able to just like like lift me up, and or like, you know, lift each other up, and yeah, and like ground me at the same time. So it's yeah, that's, I think that's why I feel it in my hands and my feet, because it's because I don't know, they don't,
Tingle.
yeah. Yeah.
I am a big feet and hands girl, so I totally resonate with everything you're saying. My feet are like so warm as you were talking. I love that. They make you laugh. They made me laugh too. Thank you for contributing to this session of empathy workouts with the questions for the gameplay. I just want to say thank you to everybody who's here right now. We're going to start segueing towards our close and towards the end. But Mom, I want to hear you answer this question before we move forward. Think of the 3 people you spend the most time with. What do they all have in common? Tell me where you feel it. Smile at that place. And then tell us your favorite 3.
Ooh, felt it in my kidneys. Felt it in the back. Kidneys, I don't know, maybe reproductive, somewhere around there. I my husband, Keen, and this one particular person that comes down to the store. She's there all the time, helping and supporting. And I think what they all have in common is they support me in what I'm doing. Yeah, they're there and they are very supportive. Yeah. Even if sometimes I'm a little bit outrageous with my requests and the things that need to be done, they are there supporting. So yeah.
Yes. We love a support system.
Yeah.
And we love to feel that with everyone. So I'm happy that you have multiple people to support you. You know, it's beautiful. And now you have a new community of people who are going to support you.
Yay.
Everyone say thank you to my mom.
Thank
She's
you.
so gracious for joining us today in her busy schedule of family activities.
I know that was the busy thing today, family. Usually Sundays are designed for, you know, intentional self-care, but this is good. This is really good and a part of my start of the week self-care. So thank you all for having me, for listening, for sharing. I appreciate all of you.
You guys can find my mom on Instagram at Dixie Lincoln Nichols. You can also find her at Inside Outer Beauty Market. You can go to all these spaces and support, show your support. We're going to move and segue into the end of empathy workshop for today. I think Megan Lee Joy is going to pop on up.
Hey, you guys. All right, so announcements. We are getting into the outer portion of self-care and how we can use this Mental Health Awareness Month for not only ourselves, but for our community. So next up, we have a Sweat Life for Take a Mental Health Day. And Gianna is a Obama campaign alum and a wellness entrepreneur. So her company is a sweatlife.com, and it's this wellness media destination that creates a community that helps women better their lives and achieve their goals. So we get to dig in with her and Michael and Sid next week to create and take a mental health day and see how we can create that for others as well. And then the week after, we have two really amazing organizations that are going to be with us. So we have School Leader Lab. So School Leader Lab and Activism are here to share and explore their values, which are really similar to what we have here at Empathy Workouts. And then we get to unveil some fun partnerships with them. And so it's all around empathetic leadership and what they are doing to impact their communities and make them better. Activism specifically is an anti-racism and wellness duo that has created this really amazing, I don't even want to call it a workout class because it really combats racism and the emotions that you feel through the process that they've created. So I'm excited to dig into that and learn more about what they have to offer us. Yeah. And obviously, what's most important and exciting for me, because we've been working on it so hardcore, is this Actually Curious Human Rights Edition. And Rebecca, our very own Rebecca, is going to support us in that empathy workout, which is going to be the third weekend, but you can pre-order the deck right now. So Rebecca is our project manager on that, and we're going to have a very special empathy workout to dig into how we created this deck and what the process was like. So you can pre-order it right now. It's really exciting. We get our sneak peek in a couple of weeks, so I hope to see you guys there. Are you ready for the intention of the day, of the week?
Yes.
All right. So let's take a deep breath in and out through your mouth. And the intention for the week: I allow the past to provide wisdom as I drift presently forward. I allow the past to provide wisdom as I drift presently forward. What I love so much about this intention for this week is the ease that I feel within it. So I invite you all to allow that sense of ease. What if your life could be easy? What if you would allow your past to provide wisdom instead of hurt or trauma as you drift, as you flow, as you move presently forward? Those beautiful baby steps we get to take in each moment. Beautiful, you guys. It's such a lovely Sunday. Everyone get off mute. I want to say
Thank
hi
you
and bye.
so much to everybody.
Thank you, Sid. Thank you, Megan.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy Mother's
Thank you,
Day.
everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Mason.
Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you,
Those who
Rebecca. Thank you,
nurture.
Happy
Saran.
Mother's Day, Mom.
Yeah, Admiral Ivy.
That was great. Thank
Hi,
you.
Saran. Bye,
Thank you, everyone. Enjoy the
Mason.
rest of your evening.
Bye, guys. Bye,
Bye.
Mom.